Last time on Lazuli Tribe, the great Queen Pearl is gracious enough to allow Risla into the tribe. Our travelers, Carnelian and Miana, start families with warriors in the savanna grasses. The ocean and the shore collides when sea and lionfish become infatuated with Gold and Uma, starting families of their own, leaving their sister Mantella to perform her duties as a lapis lazuli priestess on her own. Unbeknownst to the rest of the tribe, the Wanderer-born children begin their own faction. Finally, after the passing of Queen Pearl, Mantella announces on the shores of the Lazuli Tribe's island that the warrior faction of the tribe will be the leaders of the new generation. What will happen to our Lazuli tribe? Wait and see. Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tia, aka Teacup Simmer, and this is another part of our niche series. And we are back in our Lazuli tribe, where our beautiful Lazuli creatures are waiting for us to start a new chapter in their lives, because the great and beautiful Mantella has announced to the rest of the tribe that the warrior faction will be the rulers of the next generation. And you guys found that out in our new cutscene that we did at the beginning of this episode. Unfortunately, that was not a result of just ingenuity. It was mostly me trying to make sure I can give you guys a mini recap of what happened, because we are missing about 2 episodes worth of our Lazuli tribe right now. I was working on them, and you guys know I tend to record in bulk, and I didn't notice that there seemed to be having some recording issues. Currently we're trying to make sure we get those fixed, but until then, I wanted to make sure I showed you guys kind of what happened while you guys were gone and what you missed. So we went over the start of our new Wanderer faction, our little warriors in the grass over here. We covered the great Queen Pearl's passing and all of our little water-bodied nichelings coming up out of the ocean and having a few babies of their own, which is actually completely adorable. I'm super excited about that. So we have a lot of new mixing that's happening in the tribe. We have some new gem colors that I want to make sure I explain to you guys, so we can kind of make sure we know what's going on and what's happening to all of these beautiful little babies. And yeah, so that's kind of what's going on currently. It's a lot. What's life without a little bit of fun, right? So currently, since we have so many things to show you guys, we're just gonna start from the beginning. We have our beautiful creatures have all started their own little families. So we're going to start over here, where C, one of our mini water-bodied nichelings, has come out of the ocean with a leech, actually, which we're going to have to take care of. I think Sunstone's going to have to come help him out, or maybe his daughter Aqua, but he came out of the ocean because he has been in a relationship with Gold, and they have these 2 beautiful little children, Kuro and Aqua. Kuro needs his new name. We're gonna have to work on that, but Gold has just been doing what a normal traveler female tends to do, has a few babies, and they're kind of left to their own devices due to the fact that most of her babies seem to have that lean body. They are going to de facto be travelers, and because you guys missed out on it when I explained it in our last episodes, the new gem colors are pretty much going to be what the main traits of that nicheling are. So the outer 2 are going to be the main traits of the nicheling, and then the inner one is going to be possibly what it's mixed with. So for example, Iolite, her mother was a mix of warrior and traveler, so she has a little bit of warrior in her, which is why she has that orange gem in the center. However, Aqua is mostly traveler. That's mostly the traits she's displaying, but she is also part water body nicheling, so she's going to have a blue gem in the middle. And the same goes for her brother, actually, because he has mostly, it looks like he has mostly water body, not water body. It looks like he has mostly traveler traits. He has that nimble fingers from his father, but he also has that water body in his hidden in his genetics, but he also has that lean body from his mom, which seems to be actually very dominant. There it is. That's that word. I know how to speak, I promise. So he's probably going to have the same kind of gem pattern as his sister. But let's see. Let's have Sunstone come over here. No, she missed it. She's strong enough, actually. She doesn't have lean body. But she can come over here and take that leech off of C, who has been spending a lot of his time in this cove, basically just hunting for fish and looking after Gold, who has been having his babies. And I think we're gonna have her get pregnant one more time, but she's not gonna have her baby yet. She is gonna go over here and start looking for some more berries, and she's pretty much just gonna show her daughter what to do, because Aqua is still a traveler, so she is also very much into exploring. The same with Iolite, but Iolite tends to like kind of do whatever she wants, really. But she does, now that Queen Pearl is gone, I think she would be very happy to just kind of spend her time, her final days actually, since she has one day left on this stump, looking over the big huge expanse that she helped clear out. I think she'd be very proud of herself for that reason. But we have, let's see, Queen Pearl passed away, leaving Star, her daughter, and Sporina and Sandollar as her 3 children, left with Uma, who's kind of going to be the one running the show when it comes to her her nieces and nephews. Let's see, Lionfish, I think they're good. So we'll just have him breed with her again. She has 3 days left, so she'll probably reuse that nest and just kind of pick her nuts. She only has a couple of days, but I think Lionfish was just infatuated with her enough to want to have a few babies with her before he goes back into the ocean. And Mantella, who would be extremely uncomfortable being all the way up here on the shore, wouldn't really know what to do with herself. I think she would want to still be staying up here just to make sure that everyone listens to her edict. She wanted to make sure she told everyone that the goddess said that the warriors are supposed to be in charge now. Even though I think they're going to listen to her, I think that it's going to take the tribe a little bit of time to get used to the idea that the warriors are supposed to be in charge and not the givers, since the givers have kind of held that position of power for an entire generation. I think most of the creatures here who are alive right now don't even remember a time when the Queen Pearl wasn't in charge. It's probably a little bit disconcerting for everyone to not have her around. So we're gonna have Sporina come back this way to kind of take care of her little sister Star, since they are the only 3 givers on the island, because most of our little babies are all warriors or travelers. And let's see, we have Nukuk here, who is, let's see, Pearl's little baby, but he has, so I'm trying to see what the little traits that are going to be that kind of designate which of our creatures fall into what category. So currently he has medium body, which means that he's not a water-bodied nicheling. He wouldn't have those traits. But he does have nimble fingers and he does have claw. The nimble fingers, I'm thinking, is what will push him towards being a giver, because even though he has that claw, it's not his only trait. And normally givers tend to have the nimble fingers. So I think that means and since he doesn't really have any warrior in his genetics, I think giver is going to be his main traits. And we're gonna have to rename him. He looks so cute. I think we're gonna name him Ash, actually, because I like that name, and because he has like that slightly grayish tint to him, and because it reminds me of a tree. That would actually be really cute, and I think Uma would probably name her babies after trees. And so let's see, we have Ahmet, who's been teaching his children how to hunt and fight, and it looks like Amethyst is pretty good at it. Larima and Ahmet eventually ended up getting together. Thankfully, you guys missed out on that, but they did get together and they did have 2 beautiful children. Onyx, who Larima named after her mother because of his dark black mane, and Amethyst, who Ahmet kind of named after himself and the goddess of the warriors, the ruler, the one who kind of functions as the warrior's patron goddess. And Mantella explained to the tribe actually that Amethyst is just another face of the goddess Lapis Lazuli. So she's not a different goddess altogether. She's just the fiercer, more protective side of our ocean goddess, which is a really interesting take, I think. So hopefully the tribe can kind of slowly work towards feeling like Amethyst, the goddess Amethyst, is also part of their lore as well, and along with thinking of the warriors as creatures that can lead. Currently, everybody's been so stuck in their ways thinking that the givers are the only ones that can take care of the tribe, and the warriors have a lot to contribute. And since there's so many of them now, it's possible that we're gonna have to deal with a lot of them. Let's see, the Rima. You guys had 2 really cute babies. I don't think there's any other G and B, G and D, GB, GC. I don't think there's any, it doesn't look like there's any like major things that we need them to have. Is D a prominent? Yeah, D is prominent, so we don't really have to worry about her passing that down. So they don't have to have any more babies. I was just checking. So let's see, we're gonna have Amit go off into the grasses. I think he's gonna look after his family from afar over here. Let's see, Carnelian is going to be clearing out this area over here. There's probably a bunny in this area. I think Dio is probably going to see if he can smell it. So Dio, see if you can get it. There you go. I think he would be very pleased with himself, even though Carnelian will be stuck with meat underneath his paws. I think he'll be okay. And so we have, let's see, trying to think about the best way to do this. So Cianala can come this way and start working on trying to pick up some bunnies, since they seem to be hiding in this grass. And Risla is going to help pick up food. There's a lot of berry bushes, so they might move their little nesting over here. Dooku is the first baby of the Wanderers. They all have pink gems, which I thought was a really great touch, because they all technically aren't really part of the tribe. Cianala is part warrior because of her mother, but it's not something that the tribe really recognizes. So feeling like they were a little bit out of place, all of these creatures decided to form their own little faction in the corner over here. And no one really noticed them or pays attention to them, since they're all very focused on their own lives and the politics of the tribe, worrying about who's ruling and whatnot. And so no one's really paying attention to our little warrior creature, not warrior creatures, our wanderer creatures like Von Kirvan and Risla and Cianala over here, trying to have their own little family. And I think Masila kind of got roped into this family since she spent so much time talking to Amit and learning about her warrior roots and her warrior ancestry. I think she'd be okay with staying over here and not really paying attention to this little group over in the corner. And let's see, we have our babies, Jasper, who is going to jump into the grass. Miana, let's see, can Usama get that? Yeah, she can. There we go. Usama is going to come back over here and kind of teach the little ones how to hunt, since these two are the only ones left. Their brothers are over in this corner over here, learning to hunt on their own with their dad. Let's see if Flounder can help Rose hunt for this. Let's see. I don't think there's a way for him to do this. Let's clear that out. Come on, Rose. Yeah, there we go. There's a little healing plant over here. But someone stole it. Oh, did the bunny eat that? I didn't know the bunnies could eat the healing plants. That's different. That's new. I did not know that. Okay, I think that's everyone. Yeah, I think everybody's moved. We do have to rename. We already renamed Ash. We have to rename Kuro. Okay, so we have to rename the little baby. So let me think. He's yellow. He's straight up yellow. Like his sister Aqua was named because of her eyes, but Kuro, I don't know if we're gonna name him because of his eyes, but he has like great, beautiful horns. Those horns that seem to be a traveler staple. They're just gorgeous. I love them. Let's see, what are we gonna name you, little one? Let's see. He has that stealth paw, which is definitely a trait of a traveler, plus that lean body. He's in his yellow golden coloring is definitely what gets him to be a traveler. Let's see if I can find a name for him. I'm checking my niche name list. You guys are amazing, so you guys always tend to give me some really great names. Let's see. We want to name him something water related, I think. Because we have a lot of water names. Let's see. Ooh, Ibai. Ibai, I like that one. It's supposed to mean river according to our list. So I-B-A-I, I think. Yeah. I-B-A. Come on, Tia, capitalize. You're an English major. You can do it. I-B-A-I, Ibai. So it means river. And since he was born by a river, that's so cute. Okay, I'm perfectly fine with that. So Ibai is the name of that little one. I'm perfectly happy with that. Yay, we have Ibai now. He is now part of our tribe. And I think with the warriors ruling now, as part of the ritual, and you guys can let me know what you guys think, if they have to send their most promising individuals forward, or if we have to just they kind of have to figure it out on their own. Currently, what I'm thinking is that Amethyst should be the one that rules. She should be the one that leads the tribe into the grasses. She's been learning from her father, Ahmet, who is one of the oldest warriors on the island, about how the warrior faction functions and how everything's supposed to work. She is pretty much pure warrior thanks to her horns. Her brother portrays a little bit more of his traveler roots thanks to him not having those horns, or at least those antlers, I should say. But because she has those antlers and she has that claw, she is much stronger than him, and so she would probably be a really great candidate for being the next leader. Him and her, I'm probably not, because Rose would be a really great one, but he's a little bit too nice. So it would probably be between Amethyst and Storm, but Amethyst is older. So I think Amethyst would probably end up being leader. So we're going to have to see how that works out. So let's skip the day. We had 2 of our creatures pass away. Oh no, that's sad. So little Ash is old enough to leave the nest. So we're going to have his mother come over here to pick up that nut and go sit in the nest. She is old. She is getting really old. We want her to be around long enough to at least impart some of her wisdom onto her babies, and I think she's going to call over her sister's children to kind of teach her babies how to be givers, because she's not going to be around long enough to help them. And Star, I think, is going to want to listen as well, considering that she is still new to the giver faction, and these guys are pretty much our own little, I think these guys are more insulated than everyone else. I don't think they are as open to change and as open to like bringing in new features and new ways of doing things. I think they're very set in their ways, which is going to be interesting. Let's see, Lionfish, you are really getting older, sir. Let's see if we could send our water-bodied nichelings up into the river. I think, since they want to, I think they'd want to be closer to the tribe, considering that everyone is going to be moving pretty much into this area thanks to our warrior faction. So I think we're gonna have Sea and Lionfish move this way up into the river, because they probably are going to want to be around their families. And since these little ones are going to be basically following the trail of berry bushes into the savannah, I think he's going to want to follow them. I'm trying to think about which way he's going to go, though. He might go this way. So we might send Lionfish. Let's send Mantella this way. She'll get this. She'll get this little mole because it'll be her first time on land tasting meat. That's going to be different. It's going to be really interesting for her. So we'll send Lionfish after his sister. It'll be very interesting for these guys to be on land for the first time, and I think they're going to be a very strange sight for our little giver children who have never seen a water-bodied nicheling before. So this is going to be super interesting for them. Let's see. Oh no, Iolite passed away. I forgot about that. Ibai is now kind of trying to toddle after his sister, who is clearing away grass like a champion. Sunstone is going to want to start clearing away a little bit more grass here and comes next to the babies to check on them. Sun's, like, say, Gold, I think is going to want to pick up some more berries and then go back into the nest just so that she can have her final baby before she has to pass away. I think these guys are going to notice that everyone's kind of moving. I don't think they're going to want to be found particularly. Oh, let's see. No, Carnelian! Like, gasp, I didn't realize. No, Carnelian's gone. Oh, Dio, I'm so sorry about your dad. That's horrible. He had to watch his father pass away. That's so sad. Storm, come get this. Protect your father's previous, like, berry bush. Oh my gosh. These guys. Oh, these guys are so cute. Okay, let's put his other orange gem on. Let's see. Let's put her. She doesn't have. She pretty much just has, because of, I think, the horns, maybe? I think the horns overdo it. So if they have, like, a certain amount of strength, then I think they're just full warrior at that point. So, like, Jasper is only part warrior because he only has, he does not have the horns. I think anything that puts him over, like horns or maybe like a hammer tail or anything like that, that would basically make him a full warrior. But he is only, like, mixed with warrior because he doesn't have those horns, so he's not as strong as his, not sister, but his, like, cousin. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. So she has 4 strength. He has 3 strength. So yeah, she's a lot stronger than they are. But let's move these little ones into the grass to start moving. Miana would start clearing out grass around her baby, and he'd be very grouchy about that, considering he considers himself a warrior. He'd probably be like, "Mom, stop it." Like, I can't, I'm trying to be all tough, rough and tough, and you're not helping. So let's see. Onyx would basically be leading his sister, and they would probably have to say goodbye to their father as they went, because they know that they need to listen to the edicts of the goddess, and that since the warriors are leading, they can't stay in such an open area. It's just uncomfortable for them. So they'll probably leave their mother and their father out here. And let's see, Amit is just going to come over here and try and be as close to Larima as possible. I think he would come out in the open just to be with her for the last time. These two are so cute. They had such the cutest love story ever. They, like, had babies together after he left her in, like, for, I would say, like, we'll technically it was days, but we're gonna say ages. They grew up and he left her and he spent time with other females, and now he came back and they had 2 beautiful children together. It was just a perfect little thing. Oh, they're so cute. Okay. So Messila is just going to be picking up berries now. These guys are going to start their long pilgrimage over this way. They're all fairly young, so they might start having maybe 1 or 2 children once they get up into this area. We do have a lot of nichelings, so it may not be necessary. Let's see. We're going to move these little ones into the darkness over here. They're not really going to clear anything out. Let's see. Let's have... Oop, there's another nest. So I'll have Brisla clear this way out a little bit, just so that Von Kierku, or well, Von Kier Von, will be able to see where he's going. So I think, where is the bunny that's trying to steal our food? I hear the bunny. I hear it, I swear. They're somewhere over there probably. So these guys are probably going to be in here, taking over this area. So Cianala is probably going to have one or two more babies with Von Kirvan while they take over this area over here and kind of clear it out of bunnies. There's probably like a few hiding in the grass over this way. Yeah, there's one right there. There's a couple bunnies over here. Let's see if Flounder can get it. Yeah, there you go. He's just showing Rose how it's done. I think Rose is a little bit upset because he's like, I don't want to kill all the bunnies, Dad. Like, this is unfortunate. But he's super cute, so this is going to be fun. But I think we're probably going to have to make a path this way. Like maybe like a path snaking through the entire territory. Hopefully to the point where we can figure out where these guys are going to go next. That should be fun. Ooh, because we have a... It looks like a jungle port. We have a grassy port here, and then we have another grassy port. So since the warriors are here, I don't think the warriors will want to explore much, but if we have a new creature born, maybe from Mantella's line, that will be another connection to the goddess who will be able to tell them whether or not they need to move on to another island. That should be fun. So I think this is where we're going to end this part right here, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it probably didn't cover as much as we normally do, but I did want to make sure I got that little cutscene at the beginning for you guys so you guys would have an idea of what you missed a little bit. I went over a lot of it during this episode as well, just so that we could kind of continue from where I was. I didn't want to have to restart the Lazuli Tribe or start a new save entirely just because I messed up on a few things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and please subscribe if you really love me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.